Hello, this is TC Hiker with episode 12 of the Central New York Trails Less Traveled series. Today we are at the Daisy Hollow Spanish Loop trailhead, but we're actually not going to be hiking the full Spanish Loop. Those of you who are familiar with this area know that there are a bunch of smaller, shorter loop trails that branch off of the main Spanish Loop trail. And today we're going to be doing the longest of those loops, which is the English Loop trail. And you'll just start over here at the South Daisy Hollow trailhead. You will take the Finger Lakes Trail west just for a second, and you'll turn left on the Spanish Loop, which is blazed orange. And as I said before, there are a bunch of other hiking opportunities, so you can obviously combine the English Loop with any of the other small loops, or the full Spanish Loop, which is just over 6 miles. But anyway, you'll get to this stream crossing where the main FLT goes up the hill, and you'll take the orange Spanish Loop. This way you'll see it's marked with a sign that tells you the distances to various points on the trail. So after walking about 0.1 miles on the other side of the road, you'll cross Daisy Hollow Road once again. And you'll get to this sign just to reassure you that you're on the right trail. And you'll see in about 100 feet, which we'll get to in just a minute here, you'll come to the first junction with the English Loop Trail. And this is where the loop portion of the hike begins for the purposes of the walkthrough. Here's the fork, the junction here. We're gonna be turning right, and now the blazes are red because it's the English Loop. And this is it's 1.5 miles back to the eastern terminus back at the Spanish Loop, but it kind of crisscrosses the main trail a few more times before then, so you could shorten the hike if you so desire. So right about here, which is about 0.65 miles in, the route gets even more confusing. So about 200 meters earlier, the English Loop Trail is actually conjoined with the Blue Blazed Urban Trail. And you'll come to this really wacky intersection. It'll tell you that you're still on the English Loop Trail because of the red arrow there. That's where it came from. This way is the Spanish Loop Trail that goes back towards the trailhead. We'll be on that later. So you'll want to turn left and then take the red blazed English Loop, which is marked with both a blaze and an arrow. You'll see the Spanish Loop continues on the right side of the fork. But for now, you'll just take that left and continue to follow the red blazes. So about 1.2 miles into the loop, if you're familiar with this trail system, you'll come over to this Yellow Blaze Trail, which is, I believe, new as of this year, 2023. It's the Christina Springs Trail, and it's just a little side trail off the English Loop that goes to the source of Christina Springs, which downstream there is another waterfall on the Urban Trail if you're looking for another side trip. We're just gonna do a quick detour and check out the springs, because I've actually never been to this spot before, so I'm interested to see what it's all about. And here is the Christina Springs. Got a little nice mossy cascade going down there. So this trail keeps going to the Spanish Loop, so you could either go, you could either continue on the Yellow Trail, or if you're looking to just complete the English Loop Trail, just turn around. It's only a few hundred feet back to the Red Blaze Trail. You'll just turn right after returning there. So about 1.4 miles in, you'll get to the end of the English Loop, or the eastern terminus rather. And you'll be back at the Spanish Loop Trail, and which goes either straight, which is a bit misleading because going straight will actually bring you further away from the trailhead. So you're going to actually want to turn right. There's a little arrow here, and you'll cross some little plank bridges. So if you don't see those, you're not going the right way. But you'll just follow this orange blazed trail all the way back to the trailhead. And about 2.3 miles in, you'll come back to the first junction with the English Loop Trail. At this point, you'll just continue downhill. You'll pass the kiosk on the right here, and cross Daisy Hollow Road, and you'll be nearly done with the hike. And just like that, we are back at the trailhead. So that was the full English Loop Trail that branches out the Spanish Loop Trail. Total for this hike is just about 2.4 miles. It's a really nice hike. It's a bit confusing, but if you have a map ahead of time, it's pretty easy to navigate. So that's it for episode 12, the Central New York Trails Less Traveled series. Hope you enjoyed that video, and if you want more information about this hike or other less traveled hikes in the area, be sure to visit my website, which is linked in the description below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Until next time, happy hiking.